Good morning. It is Monday, February 8th, and we're going to do a 25-minute workout. All you need is your hand weights and a mini band. We're going to get started in a few minutes. I'll wait and see if anyone else wants to get on the call. How was your weekend? It was a cold one here, so I didn't really leave the house much. I worked on Saturday at the health food store, so I'm so happy that we are still deemed essential, so I can at least have that to do. But other than that, the gyms are still closed. Kids are going back to school today, so that's a good sign. Hopefully that means that we will be able to get back into the gym soon. I can start teaching classes in person and work out. These workouts have been doing a lot of good for me, though, and I'm hoping it's the same for you. Just having a little bit of normalcy, having an appointment, having friends do it with us. So I find it's been helping me a lot. I've been getting a lot of people saying that the motivation is just like down the tubes, and I get it. You know, I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing and maybe get a cat. Because this cat saved my life. Okay, so focus is going to be on legs and core today. We'll do a little bit of arms. It's not going to be a quick one, so let's get started. If you have heavier weights, the last few workouts I've been having you just double up your weights, like doing 2 5s in one hand. But if you have a 10, an 8, or a 9 or something, then use that too. We're going to start with the 5s. So coming to the center of your mat, taking your feet just about hip distance apart. You've got your hands right in line with your elbows. Shoulder blades draw back, toes point as close to forward as you can get them. We're just going down and up with the legs or with the hips. So inhale to come down and exhale to come up. But be aware what's going on with your feet, because when you're working out, your posture is what you are strengthening. So if you're going off to one side, that's the alignment that you're creating, and then you're strengthening that alignment. So instead, really work at keeping everything in line. Try to keep your toes going in line with your knees. You'll notice that one knee or both knees will start wobbling. That's okay. That's where we work to keep it in line, and we start using those stabilizing muscles here so that when you go through your day, those muscles are already strong. You don't have to think about it anymore. So as you're in your workout, when you're using your weights, really focus on your alignment. Focus on your control. Keep going up and down. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to also be aware, try not to lean far forward. Think more about sitting back. Your core is engaged, so I don't want you arching your back. When you come back up to center, think about that exhale as a abdominal strengthener. Like you're coming up and you're squeezing through your belly. Coming up and squeezing through your belly. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Taking your arms right down by your side. Palms are going to face the sides of your thighs. Shoulder blades down your back. Ground your feet. Feel as if you've got a newspaper underneath your feet and you're trying to rip it apart. Let's take the arms out to a T. Exhaling. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now we're leading with the elbows. Notice the legs are still strong. The knees, the toes, the hips are all in line with the shoulders. Use your powerful exhale to get the arms up. If this is too much, you can take the dumbbells down, keep working through the arms, and still feel like you're working. Resist it, even though it might feel light. Get the activation of the shoulder muscles involved. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Just take a break here. If you want to grab your heavier weights, I'm just going to grab my 9-pound weights, but you can keep the ones that you have. Ground into your feet. They're in line with your hips. We're doing a bicep curl. Palms are facing the insides of so your midline. Inhale, bend, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. The palms are facing inward the whole time. Now, as you're doing this, the upper back stays strong. Thighs are lifted. Feel like you're trying to rip that paper between your feet. Don't let your head rock forward and back. Chin stays parallel to the floor the whole time. As you're inhaling, lengthen, and as you exhale, squeeze. Keep going. Last 2. Last 1. Now taking your feet wide, holding 5 pounds or 10 pounds or both. Inhale to lower the hips and exhale to straighten up. Now here again, upper back is strong. Collarbones go wide. And when you're lifting your hips, spread your toes and lift your kneecaps. And feel that squeeze through the glutes. Push your hips just gently forward. Think about lengthening your lower back and pointing your tailbone forward. Lift through the kneecaps when you lift the hips. Upper back is resisting the dumbbells from pulling you forward. So this is a back strengthener as well as a leg strengthener. Keep going. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Walk your feet back in line to center. We've got those dumbbell curls, but I want you to now march with the dumbbells. So inhale, ground into your left foot. Exhale, right knee lifts as the arms bend. Inhale, down. Exhale, bend. Left knee up. Inhale, down. Exhale, right. Keep going. We'll go side to side, but really be mindful of that supporting leg, keeping you centered. So it's normal for the body to rock side to side, but you can use your stabilizer muscles in your core, in your thigh, in your glute to keep you upright. Checking the bottom foot, always allow it to be malleable and soft so you're not gripping. And that's going to make your foundation smaller. So keep wide through the bottom foot. Last one here on the left. And come back to neutral. Now taking your feet wide, just underneath your hips. Hands are going to hold the dumbbells right at your shoulders. Now as we inhale, the knees, toes, and hips are all in line as we bend. Elbows are in line with the knees. Exhale and push up. Arms straight, knees straight. Inhale, bend. So notice my elbows are in line with my knees. Exhale, press up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press up. Inhale, bend. Don't let yourself lean too far forward. Keep your chest upright. And when you're pushing up, it's one straight movement from your heels all the way up to the fingertips. Inhale, bend. Exhale up. Make sure you're using that breath. It's going to help to power you up. And it's also going to help strengthen your core. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Come back down. I'll take the lighter weights for this one. 1 in each hand. Step wide once again. Turn your toes out. Hands are going to be right in front of you. Inhale to bend the knees. So notice that the knees are pointing in the direction that your toes are pointing. Chest is open, collarbones wide. Squeeze your glutes here. Inhale. And exhale, arms out wide. Inhale down. Exhale out wide. Now we're going to do a combo. So inhale, straight legs. Exhale, arms out and bend. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Keep going. Tendency here is for the shoulders to hunch. So I need you to be aware of that. You're moving from the shoulder joint. You're not hunching the shoulders up to the ears. Toes are spread, and you're trying to get the knees to go in the direction of the toes. Sometimes the knees will wobble inward, so you need to activate your glutes a little more so that the glutes are pulling the knees in the direction that the toes are going. Make sure that you're breathing. Keep going. When you straighten your legs, see if you can lift your kneecaps a little bit. Power through the thighs. Let it burn a little bit. Keep going. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good job. Walk your feet in. Feet are going to be right underneath your hips. Take your elbows high in line with your shoulders. Belly is firm. Now we're straightening the arms to a T. Exhale. Inhale to bend. Exhale to a T. This is getting into the shoulders and the triceps. Check your feet. Strong foundation. Even though we're moving through the arms, we're also doing strengthening in the legs. So soft bend in your knees. Knuckles reach the sides of the room. Belly stays firm. I know, I can feel it too. Let's go 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Woo! Take your dumbbells. You choose the 5s, the 10s, or the 8s, whatever you want to do. We're going to do some lunges. Stay at the back of your mat, ground into your left foot. As we inhale, the right foot steps forward, bend both knees, and then press back to standing. So right foot forward, bend, and exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Keep going. Push with the front foot. Push with the forefoot of that right leg to get you back up. Try not to have too much movement in your upper body. So don't let your head fall forward. Don't let your chest lean forward. Keep going. You got it. Inhale forward, exhale back. 2 more. Last one. Good job. Stay at the back of the mat. Now we're grounding into the right foot. Inhale, left leg up, step it forward, and bend. Exhale, step it back. Let's go. If you can, I would have a mirror in front of you, and that can help you with your alignment. So just like when we do our squats, when we do our lunges, we want to make sure that the toe, the knee, and the hip stay in the same line. If we're used to having our toes turned out or a knee turned out, could be from a tight piriformis muscle in the back of the glute. This is going to help to bring things back to neutral if you use that neutral posture when you're moving. Just 1 more. Holding here. Good job. Now taking the feet wide once again. You choose if you hold the heavier dumbbell. You can use the heavier dumbbells. Turn your toes out, bend your knees, and we're going to pulse here. Small, controlled pulses. Knees are wide. You can let the dumbbells just rest to your hip crease. When you're doing this, keep guiding the knees outward. How do you do that? Feel that in your glute. Try not to lean forward and try not to arch the back. So this really requires a little bit of abdominal engagement to make the back longer. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. come to the front of your mat. So we just did our lunges from the back of the mat, stepping forward. Now we're doing our lunges from the front of the mat, stepping back. When you're ready, ground your right foot, lift the left leg, and step it back. And exhale, step it forward. Keep going. When you're coming up to center, really push that right heel, ground it down, and use that to strengthen you and come back up. Make sure you're using your breath. Exhales to take you up, inhales to go back. You don't need to go fast. You can go as slow as you need to go to control it. That's more important than the repetitions, is the controlling. Last two. Last one, hold at the top. Spread the toes of your left foot. Get your shoulder blades down your back. Tall spine. Right knee up and step it back. Bend the knees and then come back forward. You got it. And you can just let that right knee hover. We don't want it coming all the way down to the mat. So that requires more of that control. So you're not just throwing your knee down, you're controlling it down. And you're using that left heel, that left hamstring and glute to get you back up to center. When you get up to center, reestablish that upper back. 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Good job. Take your dumbbells down. Have your mini band and just come onto your back. Holding the mini band. Take it to the knees. So with this one, it's just above the knee joint. Take your hands right behind you, spread your fingers, plant your feet right in front, and then walk them out a little bit wider than your hips. Lift your hips up. So now we're in reverse table. Inhale, hips down, and exhale, hips up. Lengthen your low back. Inhale down, exhale up. You're resisting the band with the outer knees. Try to get the band really wide. If it's too easy, walk your feet wider and get your knees to go wider. Hold it up for an extra half a second and lengthen your lower back. Squeeze the front of your belly. Keep going. Spread your toes. You're using the whole foot. Even though most of the strength, most of the weight is happening in your heels, when you get the whole foot involved, that's going to give you more stability in the ankle and in the knees. So it's in its proper alignment as you're putting pressure and strength into it. You don't need to go fast to feel this. But when you get to the top, make sure you give it that extra squeeze. 3 more. 3, 2, last 1. Come onto your knees. So we're in table pose. We still have the band on the knees, but just underneath them. So now you're stepping on your band with your knees. Take your elbows down and have your elbows in line with your shoulders. So they're not out wide. Knees are together, belly is firm, right knee out to the right, down. Left knee out to the left, down. Right and left. Right and left. You're landing the knees right underneath the hip. You're using the elbows, the forearms, the shoulders to help hold you up. Your strong shoulders, your strong hips. Now find that bridge between them is strong. your core, the abdominals and the back. The leg doesn't have to go very high to feel it. Keep it going. Squeeze the glute when you lift the knee. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to sit to the tops of your feet. Take your dumbbells. If you have a heavier set, grab them. Coming to the tops of the feet, take your elbows just to be at the height of, or right to squeeze to your rib cage. Palms are at the height of your elbows. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale, squeeze back. We're trying to get into the upper back and the muscles around the shoulder blades, the muscles underneath the shoulder blades. When you go forward, get long, and when you go back, squeeze down. So think about pulling your shoulder blades together and down. Keep going. This is a strong pose or strong movement for your posture. Strong movement for your arms, your biceps, your shoulders. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Take your dumbbells down. Coming back onto the knees. The band underneath the knees. So you're standing on your band with your knees. Elbows down. Get your elbows in line with your shoulders. Tendency is for the elbows to go out. If that's the case, you're not protecting your shoulders. Bring your elbows in. Let's go. Right knee to the right and down. Left knee down. Right and left. You'll notice that you need to use the opposite hip to keep yourself steady and centered. Use that. The whole body is working, not just the knee that's lifting. So you'll notice you need to really engage the core. You really need to engage the arms, the shoulders, and even the back of the neck. I don't want you hanging your head sloppily. So the whole back is still working. Keep going. Go slower if you need to go. Slower, just do what you need to do. If you go faster, you might start using momentum. So really control the movement. 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Coming down onto the back. Grabbing 1 dumbbell. You can take the band off. Holding 1 dumbbell in your left hand. Come onto your back. Take your right leg and right arm out to the right. The left foot is planted. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. It's always going to be reaching up to the ceiling. You can use your right hand to help you. We're coming up. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep going. If you don't want to use the dumbbell, you don't have to. Just make sure you're moving with your breath. You're squeezing through the abdominal wall, and you're squeezing through all the way to the pelvic floor. When you get up, try to get the whole spine straight and in line with the walls. Arm right by the ear. Use that right hand, use that right elbow if you need to. You got it. Keep going. Last 2. Last 1. Come down. Switch the dumbbell. Right foot plants. Left arm and leg out to the left on a diagonal. Right arm up. It's always going to stay reaching to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, come up. When you come up, Reestablish that length of your spine, that height of the arm. Keep going. If you need to, just take the weight down. Make sure you're using all parts of your abdominal wall. You're squeezing through and down to the pelvic floor. Two more. Good job. That was the last one. Come down. Taking your dumbbells aside. Bring your knees into your chest, hands to the knees, rock side to side. Holding to neutral, take your your hands underneath your glutes, palms down, hips up, leg raises, lower the legs, and exhale, lift, and then pop your bum up. Inhale, lower legs, exhale up, and then lift your hips off of your hands. Inhale, lower the legs, exhale, lift, and then pop the hips up. Keep going. When you lift the hips, try not to make it so hard that the heels end up over the forehead. You want to try and keep the legs up to the ceiling, so heels directly above your hips when you lift. So try not to get them on a diagonal. We're trying to work the lower part of the abdominal wall. Keep going. If you don't want to do the lift, you don't have to. Or you can skip the leg raise and lower and just do the lifts. Find something that works for you today. Squeeze your exhale out. No matter which one you choose to do, just make sure you're doing the most effective movement, the most effective breath for where you are right now. Let's do 5 more. 4. 3, 2, last 1. Hold the legs up, bend the knees so that they're right over your hips and your shins are parallel with the floor. Take your hands to your thighs, press your low back into the floor, press your hands and knees together and hold here. Keep holding. Keep holding. Push your low back down. Get really strong to the core. Keep holding. Another 10, 9. Keep holding. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. The more you can push the elbow or hands, the better. Last 2, 1, and release. Good job, guys. Let's just take the arms out to a T and let the knees fall over to the left as we twist. Big breath into the right ribs. Come back to neutral, squeeze the knees, and then rolling knees over to the right. Big breath into the left lung. Coming back to center, take the hands to the knees, roll forward, get the legs out wide, and fold over the legs. You can be here and circle through the ankles, spread through the toes. And let's come back up. Take the right leg to stay straight. Take the left foot outside of the right thigh. Lengthen through your spine. Right hand outside the left knee or elbow outside the knee. And twist to the left. Gazing over the left shoulder. Come back to center, left leg straight, right foot outside the left thigh, left hand or elbow outside the left knee, and twist to the right. Gazing over the right shoulder. Notice that left shoulder. The tendency is for the shoulder to hunch forward. Find your alignment, straighten your spine, chin parallel to floor as you turn it towards the right. Come back to center. Bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, and fold in. Big breath, widening your back ribs. Good job, guys. We did it. That was a quick 25 minutes. I think it might have even been 30. So thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. I wouldn't do this if you guys didn't do it with me. So I really appreciate your time, your effort, your motivation. And we're in this together. Hopefully we're out of it soon and we'll still be in it together at the gym or something. But I'm always here if you guys need me. So let me know if you want me to focus a class on something. Also, I'm just started doing some senior fitness classes. So if you know of anyone, you know, a parent or grandparent or whatever, someone that's in your life that could use a little bit of really gentle mobility. I've got a couple classes put up on the YouTube channel already. I got my mom doing the classes with me because she's got some issues. So I figure we can help others too. Okay, you guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for participating, and love you guys. Ooh, steal that fur. Okay, see you guys.